Welcome back. So we're going to go ahead and install the Vue Router. Okay, so I'll do open a new shell here, and then you go to the Google Docs, and then take note of this. So we have version 3, okay? We have version 3, so and this version 3, the documentation says that Vue Router 3 will work on version 2. So if I go to our, and then Vue Router 4, so Vue 3 will use Vue Router 4. So if I go to our package.json, and I look at what we have here, okay? So we do have Vue, where is it? Vue 2, okay? So which means we're going to install Vue Router 3. So we're going to paste npm install Vue Router, and then at 3 so that I enforce the version. Then I tap enter. So it's going to install Vue Router 3 for us. Okay. So which Vue Router now is in here. And then we're going now to create our routes. Okay. So I'm going to go to, so after us installing Vue Router 3, so make sure that the versions, so with Laravel, it's still using Vue 2, okay? By default, I need to force it to Vue next, so which is Vue at next, which is Vue 3. Now, I'm going to go ahead inside the JS, I create another folder and I call it router, okay? Then inside router, let me call it routes. So routes, I'll rename it to routes. Okay. And then inside routes, I'm going to create another file and I call it router.js. Okay, so according to the documentation, we're supposed to import Vue from Vue. So import Vue, is it Vue from Vue, something of the sort. And then we're going to import again, that is for the documentation of 3 Vue router, okay, from Vue Router, okay. And then again we're going to, and then again we're going now to use, okay, Vue.use, okay, all right, Vue.use Vue Router. Okay, I don't know if I have to put a termination there. That's now. So then we create a constant that is going to have our routes. So the constant will be routes, okay? Vue routes, okay. Routes, and then it will, be, this is supposed to be a constant. So I'm going to go ahead and do some copying and copying just like that so that, we save ourselves time because this is not, this is a project. So I do have my recent projects, okay? So I'm going to copy this and then I explain it. Okay, I'll remove some anyway. All right, so this is a constant. So I'm going to create a constant routes. So I'm going to create a constant routes, okay? Then I put the routes that I need to be in that particular constant. For example, the original one will be dashboard, okay? And then I export constant router, I instance it to the new router object, and then I export routes, and this is the routes array. And then I export the default of router. Now this default of router, okay, is what is taking in this constant. All right, then I go to my entry point, which is app.js, and import. So I'm going to import maybe routes or router from routes and then stroke router. Then here I'll export router. Okay, I'll just put router after the comma. Wait, let's see if it's a success. All right, it's a success. So we're going to go to our dashboard here, and then all we have to do is router link. So to create a link, so router link. Okay, so router link to, okay, 2, and then we are router linking to the dashboard. So that dashboard is this to the name, okay? So, okay, no, router link 2, this is a stroke. So router link 2, it will be just the stroke, okay? Okay, so I'm going to add a router view, so I'll add another row, B row, okay? And inside that B row, I'm going to add a router view that will be rendering. So the router view will render what our dashboard has. Okay, so do I have, but I do have a dashboard. I think I mixed up the two. So this is the dashboard component, npm run dev. So I'm going to create one folder and then I call it pages. So it will be pages. I think pages will be different from components, okay? Then this should move to pages, then components are different. So, okay, hope that can update. All right, so I need to go back and do the rendering, especially in the app.js. Then I make sure that dashboard is being got from pages, okay, instead of, okay, we are good to go. So under this, okay, I'm going to create the different routes. So the default route will take us back to dashboard. Then we're going to have another page. All right, so I'm going to create another, which is going to be, it's going to be layers.view. Layers.view. Then I'll create another page, which is going to be broilers, okay, broilers.view. Great. So we're going to create a template for layers. Template, I just want view template, no. Template, which one can I have? No. Okay, let me create a V template and I say vtemp. Here it is with the default, and then I put a P and I'll call this broilers. Great. Then I'm going to just copy this. I take it to layers, and then I'll call this layers. Great, we're good to go. So we need to double check this side. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure that our links are displaying, okay? So if I go back to dashboard, I'm supposed to create another router link, and I'm going to put it in an A tag. Do I need to put it in an A tag? Okay, this is empty. Okay, so this is dashboard, great. So I'm going to create a list items, li, unordered list, ul, okay. Then inside the ul, I'll have an li, and inside that li, I'm going to have the router link, like that. Then again, I do my other router link, like that. So this one will take us, instead of going to dashboard, so there is router link 2 and router link, and then you put the name in curly brackets. So this will be layers, and then I just type layers here, that's the name, and then this will be broilers, and then I just type broilers here, broilers. Now the routes themselves are not yet here. Okay, so I need to add another path. Okay, I need to add another path, so I think that's why they are not displaying, because they cannot find them. So this path is going to be layers, and I need to import it. So this also will be layers as the component, and then this will be layers. Okay, so I need to import layers. So I'll do import, okay, import Okay, even the the dashboard, the default wasn't there. So import dashboard, okay, from, okay, we are inside the, we're in the route, so we need to go out, and then we go to pages, okay, and then we see something called dashboard. Great. Not only that, we are going again to import, okay, layers from, so we are inside the routes folder. We need to go out by putting 2 dots, and then we go to pages, and then we look at layers. So we shall do the same for broilers, and we'll do import, okay, broilers, import broilers from, okay, so we go out, and then we go to pages, and then we go to broilers. I think that fixes the problem. Broilers. Great. So with that, we need to create one for broilers. Okay, so this will be for stroke, okay, broilers, and then this will be capital for broilers, and then lastly broilers. Okay, let's hope we get the results. I'm not getting any refreshments. Why? You've not loaded. Okay, let me add my shell and then do an npm run hot. Okay, but still you would have displayed. Okay, then I think this one stopped because you can see it's showing PowerShell. Okay, so npm run dev. All right, so we have an issue with router. It says it can't get pages broilers, so it is broilers. All right, so I need to rename this to broilers. Broilers. Okay. All right, so I'll run dev. I think I need to fix my npm run hot because it's not giving me the right results that I want. Please load, and with display we need to go to another matter. Okay, I refresh. Okay, here we are. Now, okay, when I click, you can see, and then back to the dashboard. But the dashboard is rendering now the dashboard again. So which means by default, by default, when I click to this, come on, it should bring me the dashboard, but the dashboard is rendering itself. So which means when I come to router.js, okay,